So here's the next adventure in my life. We were having a class here at my house on Tuesday, and I was just sitting there and looked out the window and I saw this. They were doing some work, digging up some pipes a couple houses down out of the street. So there's a lot of trucks out there, and I was just watching, and I saw this guy dressed in, the firefighter outfit and the helmet and the gas mask on, and he's just going across to my neighbor's house. And I thought, that's odd. And I said, but he didn't go with great urgency. He just kind of was going out there. And then pretty soon he comes at our house, and he said, there's a gas leak over here, and that it would be best if we would just move a couple houses down. Well, you're not going to move a couple houses down because, well, we can move out to the lake, but I have a lake a couple houses down, but it's too cold to be out there. So we're sitting there thinking, do we go or do we not go? And I thought, well, we might as well go. And so we just decided just to go to Denny's and get some breakfast. But the thing that I thought was interesting is that when you have these emergency things that just all of a sudden come up, like wildfires coming through, I think when you get evacuated, which we just did, you might take some stuff with you. Like, what if the whole neighborhood did blow up? We could have taken stuff like, I had my phone, but you could take other stuff with you. Just like take 5 minutes to just grab some essential stuff. So if in case that did happen, you'd have some assets with you, like maybe so you could pick up some cash. Or, I actually have a list in my kitchen, inside a kitchen cabinet. It's called my 15-minute list. And if I had some kind of at least 15 minutes warning to get out of the house, get these things. These are things you want to take, and just throw it in the car and get out of here. And then you'd have something with you. And I know that, when if wildfires are coming in, it's coming in really fast. And also, we did the same thing. We didn't think anything was going to happen. So we just went to a restaurant just with my purse and my cell phone, and didn't take anything. But what if the whole neighborhood had blown up? You just, all of everything that you have that you could have taken with you in the car, and we did all go in our separate cars, so that was good. But we could have taken more stuff. But like I say, a lot of the stuff we just say, this is not in our reality that was going to happen. But that was an interesting thing that just popped up, like, oh my gosh, we're getting evacuated, and we're just casually walking out of here and just going to the restaurant for breakfast. So you might think about what's going to happen if all of a sudden you have to get out of your house. Do you have anything that you want to, specific things you want to take? I do have a grab and go bag in each one of our cars that it's a backpack that's got all kinds of stuff in it if you end up having to go out and be out in the woods for a while or something. And I've got just little minor things that you could take with you. But you might think about that. If something like that happened, are you prepared for that? Even though I want to say that we don't need to get prepared for that because it's not going to happen in our life, but maybe it would. In case it does, you think about what you would do. So talk about it with your family, and like with the kids, I haven't said to the kids, oh, by the way, if we have an emergency, I would tell them that we have some mountains out here that I love to go to. It's got a park, and I'd say we're going up to the White Tank Park, and that's where I will be. If something happens, like some explosion in downtown Phoenix, or something happens and you got to get out of your neighborhood or whatever, that's just where I would go. But you need to tell your family if you're looking for me, or I would put a note in the door. But if the door gets blown away, so you have to let them know that this is where you're going to be if something happens. Maybe it's a little time. I don't know if it's time to plan anything, but you might think about what you're going to do in case you absolutely had to go somewhere. Hopefully not, but you could be prepared and make it a little bit easier on the other side if something does happen. So that's it for today, and I will talk to you next week.